Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Strong. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
23 yards on the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Strong. They'll roll him out right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? It's a quarterback sneak. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Strong. That's caught at the 1. Touchdown. Kylan Granson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The Cowboys at 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Strong. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off play action. Strong. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10. Strong. He'll swing this out to Moss. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him, and try and cover him before he gets going.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Kill! 47!
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down. 47.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To throw is Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, 47. We're going to 53.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25 on second down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Go, get out there. Let's go, 47.
From the 17, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And some room to work. There's a nice move. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Strong. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun. Strong. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Taylor.
Down inside the 10.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
Touchdown, Colts.
Michael Pittman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Prescott gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are back within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good.
And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make it.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Prescott now. And this is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Strong. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake. Strong. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Strong. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That stop for a loss made by Damone Clark from his linebacker spot. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Strong. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Strong. And he'll find Pittman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw. Strong. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Able to find Gallup, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's Dak. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26. A good pickup there, a 22. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know, from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. Hey, 47.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Left side to Lamb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Elliott running right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Second down, Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They've got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. Yes.
Throwing, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Prescott now from the 50. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Kill.
Now Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Marr able to put this one through, and they have regained the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the deep.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home, so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how